Paul is what, let me say, the freshest,
Yeah.
most recent
Of the band.
prefect. And I am very sure your experience was different from his generation, actually, and all these guys of the 90s and the early 2000s and whatnot. Please take us through your experience as a prefect, because I think things have changed, like what Herbert said, so that we can see that contrast, and if we still have the fiber of what it is that we got from there as prefects.
Thank you so much. I believe, yes, things have changed, but the value of a Budonian is still being a Budonian. It's no longer, not say no longer, but this idea of HP can expel or suspend everyone, because I think they can still do it, but people don't exactly use that power as such a unit. As a prefect right now, the way I took it was leading from, not just from the front, but also from the middle and the back. It's not enough to lead from the front. Sometimes people just remember your name, not exactly remember what exactly changed about themselves. So what I tried to do, what our council tried to do, was try to embed a bit more people as we were implementing these rules. Obviously, it's not easy. Everyone wants their different way of putting up power, putting up the rules.
Yeah.
But that was my perspective on it, and that's how I wanted it to be. That's how I wanted it to be done. I had the biggest problem of balance. I think that's the problem that comes with being a prefect. Balancing, let's say, your social life, your sports, your exams, your being a prefect, and everyone seeing you that you're holding it all together. When most of the time they won't tell you, but that's not the case exactly. And since we're talking as our prefects used to, so I think it's safe to say now that that's not always the case.
Yeah.
And it needs to, and prefects need to understand that this is a time where you have to pick it up on your own and let people actually see that you're trying your best, not exactly putting this whole aura on yourself on top, and then nothing exactly is going on behind. And then when you put off that tag, it's people as if seeing that everything's just crumbling down. So yeah, that was my experience handling as a prefect.
So it was a heavy crown to wear.
It wasn't exactly heavy, just that I got a lot of advice from different people, and that means different generations of prefects and what. So not really conflicting, but I could see what these different people were seeing, and I realized that, wow, what I'm seeing is also entirely different from what these guys are seeing. So I also have to find my own way of going about it.
Right.
So I tried to align my ways with what they had also told me, and also with my council. There are a lot of people in my council that helped a lot. We rarely mention it as deputy prefect or head prefect, but there are countless times where a house prefect will save your day, where a sports prefect will come out to the blue and just make sure that
his side
report
is
the
done.
best on Sunday. So very, very, very essential things that come out when we are prefects, but we don't actually see. So that was my experience. The fact that it was a more wholesome, type of thing.
Actually, to come from what you've said, from what you would see the rest of the school body, is that the PC was a close-knit, they seemed close.
That's
from
how
the
it
time we
looked.
joined, the PC when you're in S1 and the S6, they look like they're one unit. As you go up to the next class, every PC seemed to kind of gel and just have each other's back. There's a way they worked and coordinated. I guess, have each other, protect one another, and also be there for one another, so that we are all seen as a unit, and in that you're even more effective, because again, it's a big responsibility, as Herbert said. You're expected to perform this. You're this, leader in the school, handling I don't know how many kids. You're a teenager. You're dealing with your teenage confusion. But then also, you're expected to keep performing well. With this performing well with the rest of the student body that doesn't have the roles you have and the responsibilities. Because to an extent, even the security, because if your house was on duty, they used to do the night checks to just move around and make sure everything is, according to, and then we would have, like when power went off, I remember one of the prefects, was it in our S2? Fado. Philip was, Even during mess and power went off. I don't know how, up to this day.
Like,
In less than a minute,
The generator was
the generator is on. And you're like, where did he pass in this darkness? How did he know? Like, what happened? And he was sitting right there in the center with the rest of the PC.
Yeah.
It was very admirable to watch and look at this unit working together.
Yeah.
Different people, different houses, studying maybe arts or sciences, whatever it is. But there's this bond and this unity that they had where they knew if this happened, this one, you just pick up the thing and run with it,
But there's something also that he mentioned, and you've built in balancing.
Yeah.
Can we first focus on balancing academics and because David knows in our year, Mr. Bakamale, we performed so bad in our S5 third term. So bad, like so bad. Everyone was like PC.
The whole S5 or the PC?
The PC. We were like prefects. So the day we're leaving, no, actually it was S6 first term, I think. So the day we're leaving, so you're sure Friday we're going home.
yeah.
So they're like, prefects, could you stay for a meeting Thursday night? And then I don't remember who was it, the DOS or the DHM. They're like, prefects, we have letters here for every one of you. For your parents.
Oh my God.
You're staying here for the whole holiday. You guys were like, what?
You're joking.
We have letters to your parents, so when they come tomorrow, we haven't said anything to them. We'll give them letters and say hello.
Bye-bye.
We spent that whole 3 weeks on the hill. I won't mention how the food was, but we were there. But academics were tough. Even my guardian at that point, my eldest brother, was like, Bruno, should we have a conversation? Should we take the responsibilities down? So I want to know how my seniors and friends here, how did you handle that? I don't know if you could have something from a few that haven't said much yet.
Yes.
Academics must have
Balancing.
been, yeah.
Academics. Well, I want to first of all appreciate the opportunity to serve the students' body. And well, from my point of view, during our time, the teachers would send men they trust that can balance. That given, I don't know if you've heard it, that part of the criteria is a prefect should have at least these points.
Yeah,
stand.
there's a performance.
So
Yes.
as a performance. So the teachers trust the menu.
No.
But
It
I
has
think-
already-
Let me just interject
It
just a
is
little
true.
briefly.
Yeah.
However, even as our time, much as they watched your behavior and whatnot, your performance played a role.
First of
If
all,
you are
coming
always
back.
struggling, there's no way they would
Yes.
let you get on.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Please
I think
continue.
they focused on those who didn't.
Okay.
Oh,
Maybe. Yeah, so that was
So
happening.
bad.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that the teachers trust. You know when people trust you. Yes.
Ajakola.
I trust her. So I want to appreciate our teachers for that. So now when we get onto the job, we ought to grow and
should call it a
learn
job.
at that point.
Yeah.
Just to summarize all of this, I want to thank the administration during our time that they gave us room to err and to
Learn,
and to
learn and make
come back. You
mistakes.
fully come back. Yes.
Resurrect.
But something that was very beautiful is that the teachers, our teachers, would be like, "Pretty, you've not come to see me. Come and see me, and we discuss and we do numbers." So our teachers were very available, trying to see that they push us, the men they trust, to do the task. So yeah, it was a bit tough. I remember report signing of Form 6, that second term,
Mocks.
after mocks. Now, there was a time when I was like, why don't we have prefectship ending like first term, so that we can lock in, like. But then, I got to meet Mr. Kasamba, and he looks at me, because of the development. I like to share with you. Your report is on the screen. So, your class teacher and Mr. Kasamba here. So you look at him, then he's like, what is happening? So all this is happening, but you do not see the teachers break down. They still trust that you can do it. They're like, we know you can. There is nothing as powerful as someone believing in you. Oh my God.
Very key.
Absolutely.
That's something I want to thank all of our teachers for. They believe in the prefects. Despite you being the person they trust, that you're that, you can do it. But they trust that you cannot let them down. All right. So I remember, okay, wait, there are very many names I would love to mention, but I'll omit a few. So I will not mention.
Security purposes.
I just want to end by saying that there was that moment even in that term, you know, with the tests we do, and I got a certain mark. You know, Mr. Twin,
certain mark.
Mr. Twin would
Great
come
guy.
and he gives you your paper. Now, when he gives you your paper first, you know that you have led. So he gives you your paper, and then he keeps going, then he reads other people's. Then he says, if you know you have this mark and below, you meet me. So everyone knew Mr. Twin is either going to beat us, shame us, or do something. But that man did something honorable. He called us into a private space.
The prefects. That.
Yes. No, the general class.
Ah, okay.
And, you know, we had led a few from somewhere. But in that moment, he spoke to us as adults, as mature people, and told us to get back to the drawing board seriously. Like very seriously. And then I could see the father figure in Mr. Twin. And I was, you know,
Great guy.
that belief
Great
in
guy.
me
Yeah.
caused me to push beyond. And we broke barriers.
I'm happy she mentioned we called it a job. I think people should know how, because I don't know whether everyone notices, but we take it normal, but there are schools where the head girl or the head boy is in S3 or S4 or S3 or something like that. I found that weird, but Budo, you only have
what?
S3.
S3.
Or S3, yeah.
Teacher.
It's the reality. It's only Budo where you have prefects only in A level.
I think so.
How does that work?
Yes, it works. But the reason as to why I felt I needed to add something to that is, for me,
Yeah.
I never got above 5 points in S5, S6. Above 5. But I passed, don't worry. I was top, I think, top 15, top 20 in the school
You
in
need
my year.
first explain that the
I'm
grading
coming.
system had,
No.
had changed a bit.
It started with their year. Just
Yes,
their year.
because
Yeah, because in our year, I think it was 20 points or something,
we
maximum.
did the last
We-
25. You
25,
guys
then
had
was getting
first year
worried.
has 20. So I never got above
Five.
5 points. But the reason was, I was amongst the guys who were taken for an exchange program in S5.
Yes.
So most of my S5, I wasn't in school. We're in the US for some project and whatnot. So you come back, you've not done exams, you've not had bots, you've not had anything. So the teachers they can't really grade where this guy stands. And on top of that, I don't know if I might be the only one or probably others are there, but I had a situation when I was in O level where I was suspended. So I probably am the only HP or prefect who has been suspended
Which
before.
is why.
I know.
What have you
have done.
What have you done?
That is not. I'll come to that. That
For
may not
security
be.
the fact that
purposes.
he has that
Reading
in
the
his
fifth.
file was already a disqualifying factor.
But you see, the fact that I still managed to get through to qualify and then even convince the people, the electorate, the constituents,
Constituents.
to elect me, then that shows you that there must have been foul play on the other side. So people assume that there was foul play on this side, but it was on this
but
other side.
you were popular, but
Probably you did your comeback. Maybe you changed, because sometimes those suspensions would wake people up.
no, but he's a chapel boy. He was in good books, so to
So the
so to
suspension
speak.
probably was for something.
Yeah, something.
Hey.
But you mentioned something which in our time, I don't know if it's still now, about the exchange program. It was to Brooks.
Yeah, to Brooks.
Actually, all the three, 4 of you prefects, you and the 2 guys before you, all went to Brooks. So S5, and it's the thing I love about Budo. In our S4, they brought about these positions of exchange programs. There were the United World Colleges and the Brooks.
The
one.
Brooks,
So
yeah.
in S4 third term, they would also look around and be like, if you're someone who is very good and what, you should apply to some of these things. So we would apply, and then you come back in S4 VAC. They do a small thingy of you, and that's when they'll choose who goes for this. So in our time, pretty much everyone who went to Brooks for the student exchange program came back very popular, especially among the girls. And they took it.
Do tell.
Please tell us something about it.
The issue about being popular amongst the girls may not be true, because one of the people that I stood with, he's the one who actually helped me deal with the girls' end. Because these two guys were popular amongst the ladies, so they kind of fought for that side, and then I took on the guys, and because I
Let them
was
take
more
each other out.
charismatic, they cancelled each other out from there. Then I took on the guys' side. But yes, that is true. We had a program such as that, and we used to. It was
I
an
don't know if it's
interesting
still
program,
on.
and most
I
times
don't
when you
know.
come back,
Yeah. Pretty
except
much.
otherwise, because the lady I went with, because you'd go as a guy and a lady. The lady I went with, she came back, and for her, she was like, I just want to come back and study. I want to focus on my books, and she didn't even contest for anything. Much as there was that kind
Yeah.
of pressure, you should do something.
Yeah.
But for me, as far as the balancing aspect, I remember it was, I think, first term of S6, because that's when I finally settled. I came second term, we're moving all over the place. Third term, we had elections. Then you've won, and you can't believe you've won. I think it was
Second term. Literally second term. Yeah.
second term. So third term, you're kind of getting in. The other people are handing over. There's that excitement. I mean, people chose me. Like, you look at everyone, and it's like everyone is a supporter. You get? And the reverse is true. When you've lost, everyone looks like a thug. They betrayed you.
You betrayed me.
Now, you find that in first term of S6, I sat down and I looked at the situation. I said, I don't even know whether I've been studying, because I've not been around. So I remember Mr. Okape is the one who I sat down with him. I told him, sir, I think I have a problem. I don't want to wait for you guys to approach. For my whole S6, I spent all my holidays at his home. Like
You also stayed there. You stayed
in his house. Yes, his son was
your house.
was my
Isn't he your
classmate.
housemaster as well?
Who? Mr. Okape?
Yeah.
Mr. Okape was.
I think Australia or something.
Mr. Okape was.
But you intentionally you asked, and you
I asked him because his son was in our lot.
Okay.
So I looked around and I said, now who else can I approach? Which teacher do I have a bond with? And I didn't expect him to be welcoming to it. So I said, maybe I could stay. Maybe I stay in one of the dorms or something. I said, no, you come. I stayed. We're bunkmates in the house with the son. And for the whole of S6, I never went home. Once holidays came, I would just stay. But people didn't know. Of course, they would just see the HP is going to, what do you guys call it now? Is it still called Olympus?
Olympus.
First, what do you guys call it now?
I know it used to be called Olympus.
What?
That's
true.
Just the names remain, but not many people still know them. They're still Buckingham.
Now,
The prefects chambers?
Now, yes, the chambers. It was me and my deputy who started naming those things. Because I named my side Olympus, he named his Buckingham Palace or something. So I wanted to just check if the names are still there. So I thought that I would probably stay there. No, but we named it. And I remember there's a math exam where we sat, and I think it was in S6. They gave us the papers, and we were seated in the same room. We just looked at each other, me and the deputy, because we were both in the gutters academically. And the deputy were all active people.
Yeah.
Literally, you know that line for the chambers, you're protecting girls in from boys in.
Yeah.
So we had all those mandates, and we're in the gutters academically. So when they gave us the papers, we looked at the papers and looked at each other and just started laughing. And we laughed, and it was just beyond us. We just didn't know what to do.
You know how the story was going to end.
We just knew. We just laughed through the paper, and at that time I remember we decided to leave the paper early, but the teacher said, no, you can't leave. You have to spend, I think it was 3 hours in the exam room. So we just sat and we just had nothing to do. Not because but we were a bit occupied. We were busy. Yeah, so I was just checking if those names were still there. So I stayed with Mr. Okape the whole of my S6, and of course the results were good. And so
I credit
I think
Mr.
that's what
Okape
it
as
needs
well
to
for
balance.
my S4 results coming top teacher, very great guy. He was
Yeah.
just transport.
He came in
third to-
S2?
I was senior too.
Senior 2. Him and Miss Asumpta, yeah?
Hey, Mr. Song.
I
Great
think
guy.
we needed
He just went to
we needed a
Namagunda.
shot in the arm as far as mathematics was concerned, because we had interesting math teachers. We had one who used to make us read the smear and just say, Budonian say, easy. And you're reading a smear like you're reading a literature book.
Why do I feel like I know that person?
And you're like, this is maths.
Yeah.
Can we? No. You ask, you get a blackboard ruler. You're like, asking can't be offensive. It's like, no, but you're a Budonian, you came here, you're bright, so We just read. So when we got to S4, Mr. Buinza had to redo our entire O level in just 1 year because we were struggling. Our year was, and especially our stream was B. We were struggling. It's like, I think he was also the gaps. It's like, there's a problem here.